1.7 kilogram rib of beef discounted by 50%. Yes please. In this video we'll be taking this lonely bit of meat and transforming it on the barbecue to a mouth-wateringly juicy steak. We'll also be cooking up some vegetables that I found in the discount aisle too, to make this amazing barbecue feast. I've seen these single ribs of beef in the reduced section at Morrisons before, and I always grab one because you can turn them into the most amazing sharing steaks, or steaks for one. I'm not here to judge. 1.7 kilograms is about 60 ounces, so it really is a beast. And I suppose this is sold to be cooked as sort of a small roast, but to me it's just a massive steak, so that's how I'm going to treat it. Once unwrapped, I can see I've got quite a good one here, some decent marbling going on. Now first things first, what I do with all my big thick steaks is do a dry brine. Cover them in salt, and then leave them in the fridge for a good few hours. Don't worry about over salting, you can't really with this method. The time in the fridge is just going to let all of that moisture be drawn out and then mixed with the salt and then reabsorbed into the steak. Delicious. I left it in for about 7 hours, but you need at least 3, you can even do it overnight if you want. Then I'm going to set up my barbecue using this restaurant grade charcoal that I got from Morrisons as well. I fill up about half a chimney's worth, then I put in all the old charcoal from my last cook, and then finally top up with a few more nice chunks. Grab myself a couple of wool firelighters, pop them down, light them up, chimney on top, leave it for about 25 minutes, half an hour. This time will change depending on the charcoal you're using and the chimney starter you're using, but once the top bits are starting to light like they are here, you're ready to go. It's time to pour out into your charcoal baskets. If you don't have charcoal baskets, that's not a problem. Just shove all the coals over to one side, so you've got this hot zone and this cool zone. And then on with the grate. Yes, I know it's dirty, we're going to sort that out, don't you worry. And vents fully open so it gets nice and hot. Back inside, and having had its full 7 hours, you can see the steak has fully absorbed all that salt. There's not even any left on the outside, and the colour's changed a little bit. Now, I don't want to have overcooked steak, so I'm going to monitor the internal temperature using my Ninja Pro Cook. This just keeps an eye on the temperature inside the steak to make sure I don't overcook it. On the app, I set it up for a ribeye, because basically that's what it is, and it tells me 49 degrees is for rare. I set it to that, and the app's going to tell me the ongoing internal temperature and alert me when it hits 49. Now, as promised, we're going to do something about those dirty grill grates, so I'm going to do the only thing I ever really do to clean a barbecue, giving the hot grates a good scrape with some bunched up tin foil. There you go, good as new. And with the grates being nice and hot, it's time to put on our massive steak. I'm going to start it off in the hot zone and turn it every minute or so. I turn it less frequently to start with because it's a bit cooler, but as you've got the air going into it, it'll start speeding up as the coals get hotter. So 3 or 4 turns in, I might change from 1 minute down to 30 seconds. Now this method is called the Sear reverse as opposed to the reversed sear. So we sear it first and then bring it up to temperature in the cool zone. If you are worried about overdoing the inside of your steak, don't. We're still only at 8 degrees internal. Helps that we put it on directly from the fridge. I really don't believe letting it get to room temperature does anything for it at all, and this way you've got more time to get that amazing crust on it without it overcooking in the centre. So that's why I do it. But please argue with me in the comments, it really helps the video out. Once you're happy with your crust, you can go ahead and sear that fat a little bit, but be careful, it's hot. Didn't have a whole lot of knuckle hair left over after doing this one, but that did make my fingers look bigger than usual, so take what you want from that. Then we're just going to push the steak to the cooler side of the barbecue, pop the lid on and shut those vents down to their lowest setting on the top and on the bottom. This is going to allow our steak to continue cooking in indirect heat and slowly bring it up to our desired temperature. After all that firing, we're still only at 14 degrees internal. We want to be 49, so still a little bit of time to go, which gives me plenty of time to make some sides on my fire cage or fire table, a sardo grill. Call it what you will. It's basically a steel cage with some fire bricks in. I use hardwood logs on it, burn them down to hot coals, and then use it for cooking all sorts of food on. It's great fun. I actually designed this particular one myself, got a local welder to weld it up for me, bought the fire bricks online and made this. It's working out really well for me, love it. Now for the sides, I wanted to continue with the discounted reduced sticker theme, so I found these Cornish new potatoes for 52p in Tesco. And then I got myself some Tesco Finest Portobello mushrooms at the reduced rate of 81 pence. Then in M&S there was some reduced wild mushrooms for £1.42. Then Aldi, I got some asparagus spears. They weren't reduced to be fair, but I wanted asparagus. And then got some tomatoes from the garden. Now, I'm not going to voice over this bit because I think it's all self-explanatory, but it's very relaxing, so please enjoy. Hello, me again. Right, we're back with the steak because it's telling us that we're at 49 degrees on my app. So let's get it open up and see. Right, second opinion from the handheld thermometer confirms it is in fact 49 degrees. Truth be told, it actually didn't. I've skipped forward like 2 times where I tested it and it was the wrong temperature, but you know, editing. It's perfect now. Go with it. It is looking absolutely incredible. I'm going to close up the barbecue and remember to shut down those grates so you get a bit of leftover charcoal for next time. Back inside, I'm going to give it a good 20 minutes to rest, in which point Mrs. Barbecue knocks up a peppercorn sauce with some red wine. Isn't she good, eh? Also, as a bonus, get to drink the red wine with the steak. Win-win. Never had red wine with a peppercorn sauce before, but actually it worked really well. It was incredibly rich and flavourful. After having 20 minutes rest, the steak is ready to carve, and oh, this thing smells amazing. Wish you could smell it, but you can't. So you'll just have to take my word for it. Remember to take out the thermometer before carving, but it is hot. Burn my thumb slightly there. And we're going to begin by taking the bone off. Now there's good meat on that bone, so put it to one side, you can chew on it later. Like the absolute animal that you are. Then I'm going to carve up the whole thing front to back, roughly centimetre slices. Now I know the temperature was absolutely spot on, but until you cut into it, you never really know, but this has turned out the perfect colour for me. Obviously, if you want yours a little bit more well done, or even rarer than this, then just adjust that final temperature that you're cooking it to. And remember that it will raise 2-3 degrees while it's resting. You don't have to carve it up, of course, you can just serve it as a steak and cut it while you're eating it, but I find it easy this way. So now let's step outside on a beautiful summer's evening and enjoy a romantic meal together. All this reduced, discounted food has turned into an absolute feast, and that peppercorn red wine sauce is thick and beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and absolutely demolish my half of a 60-ounce steak. So while I'm doing that, why don't you go ahead and press the like button if you have indeed liked this video. If you haven't liked this video, why are you still watching it? We're near the end. I mean, you could have clicked off at any time. Still, I've enjoyed having you here. Come again next week.